It's Kristin, and it is time for some March favorites. I'm not sure exactly when in my pre-recording sort of role you're going to see this, but I just wanted to say really quickly that so a few videos back now, it's been probably 4 or 5 videos back, but that's how far I'm pre-recorded right now. I did the Fiona Styles review and demo, and I just wanted to say thank you for the constructive criticism. I tried something different where I put some music in the background, and I had it put way down to, I think it was like 17%, but through earphone, like through the computer it was fine, but through earphones the music was too loud and it was hard to hear what I was saying. So I won't do that again, or if I do, I'll make the music even, quieter. But I just wanted to say thank you for giving me that feedback in such a constructive way. I really, really appreciate that, and I listen to you guys, and I really try to change things. So I wanted to say that very quickly, and I also wanted to say thank you so much for the positive feedback on my Mascara Madness video. Those videos have kind of come a long way since I first started them, and the feedback that you guys had given me, a few times ago about wanting to see the actual mascaras in action have really helped make that video series a lot more helpful to you guys. I think it's a little bit more work on my part as far as, doing the clips each time I'm done with a mascara. So I'm doing clips throughout a 3-month span, and I just kind of keep them on one SD card. But I just really wanted to say thank you for the constructive feedback, and then the positive feedback when I do something different like that. So it's just, I appreciate you guys, and I want you to know that. So anyway, one more thing though before I get to the March favorites is that I think you guys I'm fairly certain this is going up before the meetup. And I am going to, you probably already have seen a short little video about this, but I am going to be doing a meetup in New York City. I'm going to be there for a long weekend that happens over IMATS. And I'm going to be doing a meetup on, I have to think of what it is, Saturday, April 9th at 4 o'clock in Columbus Circle at the Fountain. From what I understand, that means something to New Yorkers. And if you aren't from New York, but you're going to if you're going to be in New York for IMATS or for any other reason, and you want to come hang out and do a little shopping, grab some coffee, whatever, please feel free to come hang out with me. I'll be there with another friend of mine that I'm visiting with while I'm in New York, and it should be a good time. So come on down, hopefully, and let's hang out. All right, on to the favorites now, I swear. That was I apologize. All right, you know what? We'll work our way up this month. Last month I was not so much in order. So let's talk primer. As you guys know, I've really been enjoying the Chanel LeBlanc de Chanel base, whatever. This primer right here, I really do like this. But we went through another little span here of really dry weather. And that is a great primer, but and it doesn't dry out my skin, but sometimes I really feel like I need just a little bit more oomph of moisture. So I pulled this out, and this was sent to me by a subscriber a while back. And this is the Bioderma Sensibo AR Anti-Redness Care Sensitive Skin. It looks like this. And it says moisturizes and soothes. And then when I had read it on the back when I originally got it, it said an excellent makeup base. And it really is. It kind of reminds me of the Embryolisse Le Creme Concentré, only a little bit easier to use because it's a little bit smaller, and I think it's a little bit more moisturizing than that. So I just wanted to give this a quick mention. I really like this and have enjoyed that as a base. And speaking of my base, and pretty soon you guys will see the update as far as my 2016 Use It Up sort of challenge, and the products I'm using up, I'm combining that all into one video. And this is what I'm using up. And so you've heard me kind of mention at the end of my videos that this is what I'm wearing, but I really like this combination. So, and I'll probably talk about this in that video too, but if you have foundations in your collection that you ended up not returning, maybe you didn't love them, but you ended up not returning, really try to kind of cocktail some of those to go ahead and use them up. So this is the Guerlain Tenue de Perfection. So I believe that I bought this when everybody was talking about the new Guerlain foundation, but this isn't the one. I bought the wrong one. And this is very long lasting. It says Ultimate Lasting Perfection Time Proof Foundation. And I have the shade in Beige Pale. And while this has great longevity, it's very drying. on my skin because of that, and it's a pretty much a matte finish. And then I also had the MAC Mineralize, and this I think it didn't work for her. I think it was the wrong shade. So Sarah from Print Polish Shine had sent this to me quite a long time ago, and this is in NW20, and I kind of go between NC20 and W20. I'm really more of a neutral, so that's why I think I don't fit into both. Anyway, these two combined are really nice. This one just doesn't last very long on the skin, but it has kind of a nice sort of glowy finish. And this one being long lasting, but being a little too matte, you combine these together, and I really have enjoyed that. That's what I've been wearing as my base for quite a while, maybe a month or so now. Anyway, ever since I finished the Pond's BB cream. All right, so that is that. Next, I want to talk about just one blush, and if in that Fiona Styles video, you probably caught that this was my favorite thing of the collection. So this is the, it gets very fingerprinty. Let's just make that look not so fingerprinty. That's a little bit better. The Fiona Styles, and this is the soft cheek veil. I have the shade in Maiden Lane, and that is what I'm wearing today. It just has a really nice sort of sheen to it without being sheen, and lasts a really long time, and this is just a really pretty shade. I really have enjoyed this. I don't know that I necessarily would have worn this with this eye look, but sometimes it just happens. I wanted to wear it for the video today. So anyway, that is my favorite cheek product, and I don't have any other cheek products this month. That was it. All right, let's move on to, let's just do lips. Why not? So probably the most worn lip product this month, aside from the Chanel Light Rose, which I cannot stop wearing. By the way, in here, this is a different shade because I think the Light Rose is in my purse. This is the Deep Rose. But these, I hear these are being discontinued. That makes me really sad because I really like those. I have 3 shades. I have the Deep Rose, which was a limited edition. I have Darling Pink, and then I have Light Rose. And I need to find a backup. I need to buy a backup of the Light Rose because I really like that so much. And if that is true, if anybody knows if that's true, let me know. All right, so the lip product of the month is this NYX Ombre Duo, and this is in Rags to Riches. That's what I'm wearing on my lips right now. This is not such a, some of them are a pretty stark difference between the darker and the lighter shade. This one isn't as much of a stark difference, but it's so smooth. Like, I want you to see, can you see how smooth that is? I was surprised by that. I expected to not to be quite as smooth. And then this is the lighter shade. And again, that's what I have on my lips today. And it really is just such a pretty cool effect. I sent a picture of me wearing this to a friend, and I was wearing the other products. I just sent a picture, and the thing that they zoned in on was the lip, and they were like, I love that lip. And I just really have enjoyed this. The longevity is nice. It's not crazy, it's not going to last you for like hours and hours, but it's not claiming to last for hours and hours either. But I really have enjoyed that. I haven't played with the other shades that I have as much, but I will, particularly coming into spring and summer. So all right, that was one lip product, and the other lip product kind of came in at the end. I filmed a 4 looks, 1 palette with Gwen Stefani eyeshadow, blush, and then 4 lip products. It's not up yet. It'll be up in a little while. It's kind of, sometimes I do them a little bit in advance so that I kind of have it in case I need a video. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, I got a little card here. Let me show you. And everybody got this when they got the palette that had 4 shades of the lipstick in it. And the one I just fell in love with, and I've worn it, there's not much left in here, is in Firebird. So that's what it looks like there. I'm not sure there. And you'll have to watch for that video so you can see what it looks like on my lips. I'm just grabbing a lip brush to put some on here. I'm definitely 100%, maybe even today. It's a Saturday today. I'm running to Appleton today. That's what it looks like. It's so pretty, and I cannot believe how long it lasted. I'm really surprised. And it's a cream finish, which does not surprise me. I really seem to like cream lip products, but man, is that pretty. So I just wanted to give that a mention. It's not like I have the product and can claim I wore it, a bunch of times throughout the month or anything, but I gotta get this off before I get out of my sweater. But I really like it, and I'm going to buy it probably today. That's probably going to happen. I have one brush that I want to give a mention. It's not a new brush or anything, but it's just one of the ones that I really enjoy for a particular purpose, and I wanted to give it a mention because I used it a bunch of times this month. And this is the Real Techniques shading brush. So you've seen this before. It's teeny tiny, but from the side, there's a little bit more width to it. and it has enough give to it. What I really like this for is going beneath my lower lash line when I want a little more smoked out look. Like I want it to kind of go beneath my lashes a little bit more and really kind of, I'm gonna look in the mirror here and hopefully you guys can see what I do, kind of marry it up with the shade that I'm putting up, you know, up here and help that kind of be seamless, which is, that's what I did today. So I hope that that makes sense. I just, like I said, I just kind of go here and then sort of marry it up. Really, really like that brush. Is that one still by itself? I can't remember. Whichever it is, I will have it linked below for you guys. All right, and let's get on to eyes. I just have 3 things for eyes. You know, I'll mention this one first. This is the Nude Sticks, and it's in shimmer. It's an eye pencil. So they have the magnetic eye pencils or eye colors or whatever. And then this one is a little bit different. It has the color on one side, and then it has a little smudgy thing on the other side. So let me put it on here. Hopefully you guys can see. So it's like the perfect brow, like under your brow color. Like I don't put it all over my, you know, like I wouldn't. Let's try to make a complete sentence here, Kristin, shall we? I'm gonna look in my mirror. So I go right up under my brow here, just right here. It's right there. You know what I mean, right there. How many times can I say that? And then I just blend it out a little bit with my finger, and I really like it. It's subtle enough, yet not too subtle. And it's just a really great shade, and it stays. A lot of times other pencils that I've used up there will just disappear throughout the day, and I can see it at the end of the day when I take it off. So I just wanted to give that a really quick mention. And then 2 palettes. I'm gonna save my favorite of all favorites for last. So this was the is the Rainforest of the Sea disc. And I want to just show you guys quickly because somebody had asked me. So this is the normal, like a normal Tarte disc size, and this is what this one looks like. So it's a little bit smaller, and there are 8 shades in this. For all intents and purposes, they have some sheen to them, but these 2 shades right here, which is Sand and Cove, can function like a matte. This one works well for a transition color, and this is, you know, nice as a brow bone. And so I'm not claiming that this is these are the most unique colors, but they are a very unique formula. They're kind of like that cream to powder sort of formula, but I mean, that's just 2 swatches, you know, that's just, you know, I didn't double swatch that is what I'm trying to say. So I don't know, I really have enjoyed this. This was a birthday gift to me from Melissa Parada, which I am very grateful for, and I really have enjoyed wearing it. It's just perfect. This will be something you'll hear me talk about this probably in an upcoming video as well, that will be great for spring and summer. So there is that, and thank you again, Melissa. And then last, but certainly not least, is the Too Faced Chocolate Bonbon. So I am not usually, when things are really, really hyped up, it almost is like all right, I'll get to it eventually, sort of like, so for some reason it kind of shuts me down. Like the peach palette, there's so much talk about that. I just, And the peanut butter jelly palette, like I kind of want that, but everybody's talking, you know what I mean? So I kind of shut down a little bit sometimes. It took me a long time to get into this because I've purchased this a long time ago and I had it in my collection for a long time, but man, I did do a 4 Looks 1 palette, which I'll have listed below for you if you want to see. I love this palette. I don't know why, there's something about this palette just really speaks to me. And I've used it over and over and over again. Frequently when I do a 4 Looks 1 palette, when I'm done, the palette goes in the drawer and I might not use it again for 6 months because I get sick of using it, you know, for 4 days in a row. Like it's so much, like that's tough to use something for 4 days in a row. I don't know. All I know is that once I'm done with the 4 Looks 1 palette, I usually put it to the side and I don't touch it again for a while. This has stayed right on my vanity. I keep going back to it and going back to it and going back to it. And just really, 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 I've totally enjoyed this. If you have been on the fence about this and you are a neutral lover, go ahead and give it a shot. Now I realize there's a shade in here that I probably may never use, this Totally Fetch. But every other shade in there I will use. And if there's only one shade in a palette I'm not going to use, I'm okay with that. So one last thing before I talk about a few fails is something I'm going to try to remember to do is talk about my favorite video of the month, like my favorite video that I filmed that month. And we'll see. Hopefully I can remember to do this every month. But for March, my favorite video by far was the one that I did with Rich. We had such a good time filming that video together, and I'll make sure that that's listed below for you guys. Rich is a makeup artist and a friend of mine from the Northeast Wisconsin area. and we filmed a video on how to add some glow to dry and more mature skin. And it really was, like I said, it was a fun video. We seemed to really kind of work well together on camera as well as off camera. And so I just wanted to say thank you again to Rich for filming with me. I want to say thank you to you guys for receiving that so well. And if you haven't checked out Rich, please do. He really has some great tips. He's got some more videos up now, and he just has a really great way of teaching. And I think you guys would enjoy him. So anyway, I just wanted to give that a mention. And like I said, I'm going to try to pick kind of my favorite video to film from March. I'll probably end up, like right now I want to say, but I really liked the Too Faced bonbon, but I can't hold myself to just one usually. All right, I do have a few fails. I usually try to get these out of the way at the beginning of the video, but I was so excited to talk about my favorites, I guess I forgot. So some of these I don't have any longer, and the two things that were huge fails for me, which makes me sad, was the Fiona Styles foundation and the Fiona Styles quad that I had. And in that review, I kind of talked about the reasonings why that foundation just didn't work for me. It only ended up with a 2.5 on my little scale. And while I liked some of the colors in the quad, they really ended up just looking all the same. And hopefully I've put up pictures here somewhere while I'm talking about these. They ended up looking all the same on my eyes. And the quad that I had was in Topanga, by the way. And the fallout was just crazy. So those were definitely fails for me. Another product that I never talked about, I just returned it because I was really disappointed in it, was the Tarte Contour Disc Palette. Again, I'll stick a picture here to show you guys. There was just not much pigmentation to that. I didn't find that they blended very well on the skin. And for some reason, it didn't really work well with me or my skin. So I did return that. I really am trying to be much better about returning products that I don't love. So that one went back. And then lastly, and I don't have this one to show you either, but it was the Your Best Friend Universal Brown Brow Pencil. And I have used a Your Best Friend pencil in the past, and really, really liked it. Like, it was one of my favorites for a long time. I don't know if that was a different formula or if this is, I don't know. All I know is that I found it very difficult to get it to apply. It was too soft almost for a brow pencil. That was part of the problem. And the shade was definitely way too dark for me. So I ended up giving that to a friend who actually is really enjoying it. So it just goes to show you how some of these products are just so personal, and just because somebody loves something doesn't mean I will, and vice versa. So, all right, with that, I think that I am done rambling. I think I've told you pretty much everything that is on my face. The only thing I didn't tell you is the liner I have on is the Tarte Liner in Sunstone Bronze. And I think that is everything. All right, so thank you again for watching. I hope that you guys enjoyed this. And in everything that you do, be beautiful. Bye.